podium. We are going to start with Team HRC, Team Gajser. What to say? You had the two old shots, and then basically your two races were a bit different actually, because your first race you look like that actually you had fun and it was pretty consistent. The second one was a bit different. So let's talk about the first race and tell us how was it for you to go there today.
Yeah, actually all day I was enjoying. First moto I take a whole shot and then make a little gap and then control the race, and I really have a lot of fun out there. It was really hot, but I managed to win the first moto. Second one I didn't have the best jump out to the gate. So they closed me, but they went out, like wide, and then I went inside and then take another whole shot, and already fourth or fifth lap I made a mistake. I went off the track and was really dusty, so I thought that I could save it, but then just the rear tire just spins and I had a little crash. Then I rejoined the race on third place, managed to pass Jeremy immediately, and then Roman was riding really good pace, and then I decided to settle for second place and to win another overall, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, exactly, just about that, because you made a mistake, you said, but then you were looking very focused actually, so you could regroup and then you won the GP. So it's like your stamina is always very at the same level, so even if you have some mistakes, maybe you know how to do it. So maybe for next week, what are your expectations? Because basically you know that the conditions and the track will be more or less the same.
Yeah, I'm really looking for next weekend, because we are going to Semarang and I really like that track. It's way bigger and more natural with big jumps and wider track, so you have more line selection and everything, so I'm really excited to go in there.
Okay, thank you. And
thank you.
Of course, congratulations for today. I'll pass the microphone to Monster Energy Yamaha Factory Racing, Roman Febvre. So basically, also for you, the two races were a bit different. So after the first race, you were maybe a bit frustrated. It was quite difficult maybe to pass Glenn Holdenhoff, but then you made it. So tell us first about your first race and when we pass to the second.
Yeah, actually I had a good start the first moto. Like on the straight, I was really good. I was close to Tim, and then I could not go on the inside. So I need to follow him how he was going. So I end up quite almost out of the track, so two outside, and then after it was a right corner, so I was completely inside, and then I was maybe I think 9 the first lap, and then after I came back, I make a good pass, and then I was quickly 5th behind Goldenhoff, and then I think 25 minutes I was behind him, so. I was really pushing and then try to regroup to don't use so much energy and then going again, but he didn't make any mistakes and make it more difficult. But once I pass him, I closed the gap with my teammate, but it was I think 2 laps to go, and then it was over. So 4, I was a little bit frustrating for sure. I knew with a good start I could manage to battle for the win. So my start. Yeah, it wasn't so good on the straight, but I cut inside, and then I think I was 4, 5, something like this, and then I make really good first lap, and then I was, I think 3rd, I passed Jeremy, I think, and then I was behind Tim, trying to catching him. I was taking a little bit, not too much, because I didn't want to burn myself, and the race was really long, so and then they make a mistake, so I took the lead, and then I had a comfortable gap, and then I just managed to stay to don't crash and all take the end.
Yeah, exactly. And basically, that was the second race you won, and it was your first race win of the season, so you should be pretty happy about that, of course. And this is actually the second weekend in a row that 2 teammates from Yamaha are on the podium, so. You should be pretty proud of that, and tell us your feeling to win the race, because actually it was a long time.
Yeah, too long. It's been too long, but when I think it's 2 or 3 years that I didn't win a race, so I'm what I'm doing, and then finally it's in, but still staying on overall. It's nice to win a moto, but I would like to win overall. I was there in Latvia, but I took second, and then I I hope next week. I really like also Semaing. It's quite fast track. Hopefully the weather will be good, and then good start, and then 2 good races.
Thank you. Congratulations for today. I'll pass the word to teammates. Monster Energy Yamaha Factory Racing, the receiver. So for you, it's been quite a good season, and also for today, actually, you were pretty consistent. So tell us about yourself today.
Yeah, you know, exactly. That's a nice thing. I'm really consistent. I mean, the last 5 GPs, I was actually, you know, a podium, a potential guy for the podium. You know, in Latvia, I lost it in the last lap, and in Deutschenthal, I was battling for it, but had a crash in the second second corner. You know, so I had some good races, and I feel good on the bike. I'm really happy with my consistency, even though, you know, as everybody know, I didn't start the season as I was wishing for. You know, but I'm happy, you know, especially here, tough conditions, many, you know, fast riders, of course, but I had 2 great starts, and I thought I got that whole shot in the first moto, but yeah, Tim just, you know, I think some centimeters, and the second moto I was also feeling that, like, great, pushing into the first corner, going first, but Tim was really smart and just caught at me, you know, and got the whole shot again, but overall I'm happy. I mean, I had to, you know, in both motos I made some mistakes. I know some points still I can improve, you know. I mean, I could have finished second in the first moto, I could have finished 1 spot better in the second moto, but I'm here, and I prefer to be solid and consistent, you know.
So now I'm going to ask the questions that normally at this point of the year you should ask. So are you thinking about the championship? Because now actually you're 30th in the championship now, so maybe how do you feel this kind of position?
I mean, it feels great, you know, for sure, but it's a long way to go, 7 races, you know. I just try to keep this, you know, out of my mind. There's no sense to think about that. It's quite close, you know. I think between 3rd and 6th and stuff is quite, you know, a little gap. Of course, Tony isn't riding, he's still in front of me and stuff like that, but I really try to focus on the race, you know. First next week, then next GP, you know, not at all, for the championship.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations for today. Pass the microphone to